Question 4. What has to change in terms of managerial ideology for companies and even whole industries to recognize the importance of adopting innovation policies? Well, most managerial ideology doesn't actually support innovation. It strangles it, gets in the way. As a matter of fact, management can often act as a sort of death zone for innovation. And we've seen that time and time again where people have come up with new ideas or challenged the current legacy business with radical new thinking. And they've been sort of crushed or fired from the organization, or at least dejected and rejected. And that's why often those people go off and start their own companies and end up overturning an industry. The reason for that is that managerial ideology was born during the Industrial Revolution. And if you think about the modern day organization, the whole structure and form and the values of these organizations came out of that era. And it was an era that focused on command and control and bureaucracy. It focused on standardization, replication. You didn't want to deviate from the standard. The idea was, how do we get more efficiencies? And so it really wasn't set up to support a company that is focused on experimentation and risk-taking and entrepreneurial spirit throughout the ranks, people who are willing to challenge the current business model and come up with radical new ideas. And so in order for us to make the switch to a more innovative organization or even an innovative industry, we have to realize that we don't have another option. There's no plan B, because those old ways of thinking were fine back then. But in today's new era, an era of hyper-accelerating change, of hyper-competition, of rapid commoditization of products and services and even capabilities, and an era of incredible customer power and customer primacy. To think that we can do things the old way is pretty much ludicrous. And so today we want companies that are agile, that are creative, that are continually inventing new ways to create value for customers, and new ways to rejuvenate the business model, or even trash it completely and replace it with something new, which is, of course, what Kodak should have done. And so when we realize that we're up against new challenges, then it becomes quite a logical conclusion that we need new organizations for new times, and we need new managerial ideology to govern our companies in these new times.